live. There we go. All right, live streaming right now. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Judy, Herman, author of Beyond Messy Relationships. I have a dear friend that I want to introduce you to because our theme in June is not just post-traumatic stress month and recognizing the mental illness, but we're talking about post-traumatic stress growth. So my friend is Olga Rines. She is from the Washington, D.C. area. She is a transformation, what you said, empowerment coach, right? Not just transformation, right, Olga?
An empowerment coach.
Yes. So first of all, you'll notice her beautiful accent. You know that she's not from the deep South like I am. And of course, we're all around the world. But Olga and I have gotten to know each other through a coaching program that we're both involved in. And I am expanding my services, not just as a psychotherapist, an author and speaker. I'm expanding my services as a coach. So her and I actually spent some remarkable time together for about an hour and a half. And oh my gosh, she asked me some really profound questions that made me really not just think, but also feel, which is what we do as therapists, but coaches do this too. So Olga, why don't you share with the folks who you are and who you help and what you do and all of that?
Oh, that's a very loaded question, Judy. Thank you so much for inviting me to this. But this is the first question I always ask my clients when we start working together. Who are you? And because I'm coming from the place where I had to define cultural, social, and family norms to become who you truly are, this is the question that is loaded with all sorts of fun things. So in this question, my clients are not allowed to use anything that can be marked as cultural or social or familial. So you cannot be a wife, you cannot be husband or daughter or mother. You cannot be Olga because that's a name that is attached to me. It's not me. It's a social experience of that past. You cannot be Russian, American, Georgian, whatever you consider to be. You cannot be old, you cannot be young. And so that leaves you with a profound question, what the heck are we?
Wow.
So the way I decided to define it for myself is that I am really an embodied consciousness of unlimited opportunities to become who I need to become at any given moment. And that gave me such a freedom to become truly multi-passionate, super creative, entrepreneurial spirit that just goes around and breaks rules so people can finally be free. And we had this conversation with Judy today. I firmly believe that we are the jailers of our own spirits. And that is the place where we can break free and become whoever you want to be. That's the question we need to ask, who I want to be to live the life I want to live.
Wow. Now, don't you all just love Olga's energy? I mean, just being here and listening to you, Olga, is amazing because I really feel that you, I feel this synergy between the two of us, that you're a woman after my own heart, so to speak, but it's not just me, but it's like this passion that comes out so very clear with you. We do deal with executive women, don't we? Like,
I also focus on women and men, because I really truly believe that I think it's one of those definitions that we impose on ourselves as well, you know, how to be a good girl and good boy, and oh boy, we screwed up ourselves, and most importantly, our kids. And when you become free from that and you really truly step into empowered leadership of self, you do have the masculine energy, which is fantastic. It doesn't need to be man to be dealing with this very constructive, very strong and producing energies. But they also have the sympathetic feminine energy that is so much missing now in the executive world. And I'm coming from executive world. I run multi-billion-dollar portfolios in the World Bank, work with international organizations. And, you know, it really got me to almost lose my life and the life of my fifth child to finally wake up to the realization that we need humanity back in business, in life, in relationship, in definition of success. And on top of that, there's a tiny little energy of the inner child. And that is the one that is the child, the dreamer, the creativity. That's what I call multi-passionate self that is so so limited by our educational system and being proper and being right and being an expert and always be on this S-curve of success and being a mature expert. And I believe that it is fundamentally for beautiful relationship to consistently stay afresh, ability to leave when you need to leave, drop what you need to drop, whether it's career, relationship, or the path of thinking or the way of doing things. And that's where resilience comes from. Fall, get up. That's what kids do best. And so to me, it's a trio of those energies. And therefore, we all embody all three of them. And so to me, men and women is the same thing. It's masculine energy, feminine energy, child energy. And that is agility, transformation, creativity, innovation, humanity, empathy, and then strength and success.
Wow. I can tell that you've been on a journey, Olga. And you said you had 5 children?
I do. I have my brother, who is also kind of my oldest child, I would say. He was born when I was 16 and I had to take him into my guardianship. So, and then I was told that I would never have children. So you can imagine my devastation. I was also told I was too strong and too bold to be loved, by the way. And so naturally, whatever you believe is the biggest trauma in your life, you don't recognize at that spot, but that pain, that void is the greatest gift that if you're smart enough to recognize that becomes the mission, vision driven for you the rest of your life. And so then, yeah, I didn't just need to have 1 kid to prove them wrong. I had to have 5. I didn't need just to marry someone. I need to marry big. And it's just perfect conversation that you're having this month on how what we see as trauma is actually the biggest wake-up call and a absolutely hidden but massive gift of the universe, God, whatever you believe in. And that's what I work with people to translate, to leverage their pain into their gain and step into that ownership of everything you are and the life you want to have. Because coming from the business background again and being the multi kind of dimensional thinker with databases, life is a complex but a system, and every system has logic. And that's why I call myself life strategist and business strategist.
Wow.
You can bring them back, and it's a map that we can all map out for exactly how we want it to be.
That is beautifully said, because you just didn't arrive at this place, right, where you are with this wisdom and this insight. It's been a journey along the way. I do want to speak to those who have gone through trauma, or you even might be in the midst of loss or trauma. It is so good to know that anybody that looks so put together like Olga, or even if you're coming to a therapist and you think that they have it all together, you know what? We've been through a journey, and it's been this human struggle of this journey. And for me, Olga, and I talk about this in my book about even the different roles that you take in life when you become a mother for the first time or 5 times over. It's very transformational, this journey is, right? And it is all then it's coming together at this stage where you are, where you can reach out and help other people. Like, what a beautiful picture that is. What a beautiful thing to show that, yeah, I've been there too. I've gone through some things. And not only, can you just speak a little bit to, you were maybe went through a time of depression, Olga? And if I'm asking too personal questions, please let me know.
Oh, no, there is no such a thing as personal question. I think the more honest you look into your life, the more authentic you actually have an ability to be. It's just like I always tell people, how many stars can you see in the daytime, Judy? How many? How many stars do you see?
No.
1 big sun. That's the only star you can see when it's too bright, too light, too good, too sweet.
Ooh.
How many stars do you see in the darkness of the night? Billions.
Yeah.
Billions. Mm-hmm. And so we have night and day for a good reason. Only in the night you recognize the day, but you also get the freshness of it. Only at night you start seeing billions of stars, because that 1 star blinds you. We do need drama. We do need trauma. And it's really not a trauma. I would say it's just a wave of the ocean. And it's not that you grow in the top of it. You're too comfortable for growth there. You only grow in the bottom of this. And so one of the exercises I would encourage everyone to do, just just step into this for 10 minutes, set yourself time to be okay and vulnerable and scared for 10 minutes. You can do that. You won't die. The big pool will not eat you up. And literally graph your life. When you got to the place you thought it would be, and it would have given you this. And then let's say you immigrated and you suddenly lost every single thing you ever wanted to be and became nothing. Like that was me. Well, what did that teach me? It taught me resilience. It taught me things that I would never be able to do if I stayed in my comfortable place of super success back then. But by cleaning houses and being nothing again, you realize that you can, and you redefine things, and you meet people, and you strive to meet people because you're so desperately trying to fill that void, that void becomes the driving place. Think of that. The energy that we use on Earth, the coil, like coil, right? What is that? It's all compressed past of the death and destruction that gives the warmth and the beauty of us every single day, right?
Wow.
And it becomes the resource for your growth and transformation. And yes, you can do whatever you want. No, you cannot do it all at once. And you certainly cannot do this alone. That is the biggest, I think, takeaway would be just don't do it alone.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you are so correct. In the Christian tradition, you're even talking about death of the old self, resurrection of the new, which it does come in waves. It comes at different seasons of your life. It's not a once and for all thing, but it's like rising up into something that you didn't know before. And I believe this is beautiful that you do this, it is transformation work, yes, but it is resilience, right? It's resilience, it's growth, it's the human journey.
It's a journey that is the definition of success, right? It's something that if we are trying to arrive, like so many of my clients are actually paralyzed by the fear of success and reaching the dream so much more than not, that they will sabotage themselves back into this because we don't know how to. And there is so much things we don't know. We don't know how to be happy, how to be respected, how to be valued, how to be rich, how to be responsible, because everything comes with responsibility. And we're often afraid of happiness, of success, because of the jealousy that we attract. Every top has multiple drawbacks that we are aware of in our somatic intelligence. But our mind is programmed to think, no, that's success. Well, it's a checkbox, it's a prison. Like you have to be this, and that. It's not what you want, maybe, but you don't even question. And so to me, the failure is not to fall. The loser is the one who never can quit, quitting when it's right time.
Yes.
Doing something that is not serving you, jumping off the trajectory to something else. That's the courage. That's the resilience. And it is absolutely only when you come together with this all three energies of self that you start becoming the whole, because you create that me space, the mindset and energy you need to carry the broader world on your shoulders and be the greater leader for everyone who depends on this. And so life to me is actually 4 letters: legacy, inspiration or impact, depending how you want to see it, freedom, and energy. And that is what the life strategy is all about, how to strategize that into your life so you can actually finish your life with no regret. That's my definition of success.
Wow. Olga, you're making me think outside of the box. There was something that you said to me this morning when you and I were talking, and it was something about like that the body and the energy within the body knows, I think you said something like knows 10 times more than your mind.
Well, it's actually Harvard, different research was done, and one of them is in Harvard in 2009, I believe. But it's fascinating stuff. It's not just 2 intelligences. We have 9 intelligences that we do not even know because we're so programmed to listen to do. Okay. And there is an existential presence. So body is one of them. Body keeps you alive 100%. I am certified health and life coach. And health element does not come from just eating right broccolis. It means using the intelligence, the universe within you that has so much more power than your mind. Mind remembers 12% of stuff. It's what you focus on, that's what you see.
Yeah.
Body keeps you alive. And therefore, the body on the cellular level remembers everything of the past. That's called DNA. Now we can we can be much more scientific.
Yeah.
But it also remembers everything that happened in your life, fires those connections, and they stay in your intelligence of the body. And it's not coming to your consciousness until you sleep or something happens when it wakes up in your memory. But the awareness is constantly present. And so what we've been working on, Judy, was that ability to allow that it's a whisper energy. But when it allows to come, that's what I call that feminine and that inner child energy. They allow you to remember things, and you start seeing and rewriting the traumatic experiences, because at that same time, you will also start recognizing that there were supporters that you're not seeing in your life. And you will notice that there is a protection that bad thing that you do actually does for you. And until you resolve that contract of protection, you won't be able to rewrite that drama. And that's what the process is to open your entire intelligence to connect to what your mind forgot. It was too traumatic. Like I work with kids adopted from Russia, Ukraine, Romania. You can imagine the horrible thing they do.
Yeah.
And you connect to them through music, through kindness, through a particular way when the body starts remembering things. That's the intelligence of the body that we're talking about.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Second of the nine.
We might be using different terms, right? I use a term of divine invitations to your authentic self. We are talking about the authentic self. We are talking about raising our level of awareness. And in my book, I talk about this formula. I love your life formula, by the way, your life, what that stands for. And I do have a similar thing where you're breathing in fresh air. And that's the awareness, raising that level of awareness and intentionality and risks. But we are talking about the dance of life, aren't we? With the highs and the lows, the deaths, the resurrections, the healing from trauma, but not only that, the survival of it, but also I just hear you like this holistic point of view. And we don't know what we don't know, right? Olga, we do not know what we don't know. And that's why a coach coming alongside is absolutely.
Actually, the funny thing, Judy, I think I will slightly disagree on that. We actually do know everything. But we're not allowing ourselves to. And that is that calling that you feel. Like we feel that we're not there. We feel that there's a fulfillment that needs to happen. We have this, it's called intuition. Some call it third eye, lucid dreams. You can have all sorts of memes attached to this. Again, it falls into this realm of 9 intelligence. It's 9. We talk about 2.
I'm learning some things here.
We do know, but we're so constrained by what we should be doing all over ourselves.
Well, I think that's my point, is that we need a coach to help us raise that level of awareness of that inner knowing. And honestly, that is actually part of my message too, that we do know in our heart of hearts as human beings, because we feel it. But we know that we are people of dignity, love, and worthiness. I believe that is a deep knowing. But yeah, I think you're absolutely.
And it's hard to believe that, because you don't necessarily taught to believe that. You're not connecting to this often. We don't have conversations about our emotions, negative emotions. We don't talk about stars. We talk about darkness. And we need to escape darkness. Let's get lights on. No. Let's stay in the stars. How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
And the coach or the therapist is the person who is not gonna walk for you that path. It's the person who has done something in life that probably brought them to that pain and void to understand the value, and then designated lots of energy and time to get through this so you can lead. It's almost like if you ever want to go up in the mountains, sure you can. But it's so much easier when you have a guy who shows you how to chop this jungle and how to get your next foot. And if you do slide, they know how to hook you. You still need to climb that mountain. You still need to get through this jungle.
Only you can do it. Nobody
else
can
do that. And you need to want that mountain.
Yes.
It counts and helps you understand why you want the mountain. What mountain? Is it even a mountain that you want? Or you maybe want an ocean instead. But there is the definition that there's a system. Systems are systems. They bring confidence, they bring clarity, and they bring stability out of uncertainty. And that's the main thing that stops us, is that not being able to stay in the unknown. And it is a scary place. It's like, I want to clean a beautiful house, but I have no idea what I have. Well, you need to turn on the light. When you turn on the light, the first thing you see is not your dream house. You see a cluttered mess.
Yeah.
And that's scary. So people turn off the light, close the closets. And I was like, no, but my here is beautiful. And that's how we want to live life, because it's comfortable, but it is not the authentic life that we can live. And there's truly enormous opportunities if only we decide to dream again.
Oh, I love that. Olga, you are doing an amazing work. I can tell this is a passion and that you're making a huge difference in the world. Tell folks how that they can get in touch with you and find out more.
Well, I am the founder of the company called Skanta, Success and Wellness. And so my email is successandwellness@gmail.com. You can also find me on YouTube for some of the tricks and tips and different mini teachings that I share with my clients and beyond. And that's going to be on YouTube, Olga Rines. And for inspiration, look for Instagram as well. And I will be absolutely happy to meet one-on-one. I always offer 1 hour deep dive into your life session.
And I tell you what, every minute of that is like so very valuable. I tell you what, you asked me some questions, Olga, that really, it caused some emotion and things to come up in me. It was so very profound. And so to be able to do that with a therapist is a really cool thing.
Fantastic.
But you will find out, even just meeting with you and spending an hour.
You will meet yourself. That's what the sessions are for and about, because it's just like a mirror reflection. You look into the mirror, and unless you start seeing, I look here, oops, that needs to be corrected, you never know how you look. And we do not look into ourselves. We are afraid to see what we need to see because it might not match some box that we need to fit. Yeah. And so that's an invitation that I just truly, like, if you have Judy, me, anyone who is offering anything one-on-one, to sit down and look into the mirror and see your life. Are you living your legacy? Are you living your impact? Are you living your freedom? Are you living your energy? And if the answer is yes, congratulations, go help someone else and serve.
Exactly.
But there is a reality that you might find that it's not just that you don't, but because you don't, you limit people who depend on you, your children who are watching you, parents who are riding on your energy without necessarily being in their own empowered state. And there's so many people that get benefit from you becoming an A+ player instead of being the D-, exhausted, overworked.
Oh my goodness.
Proper. Yeah. Like very proper.
It's a beautiful gift that you're leaving, a legacy to your family, to those who love you the most, but mainly for you to invest in your life and to become who you were meant to be. Olga, you are doing an amazing work, and I so thank you. And so what we're going to do after this, because I can't look at comments at the same time, feel free, if this resonates with you, if this material and what Olga is sharing resonates with you, if what we're sharing in the synergy resonates with you, and you know that it's going to help someone, please share. And I'm also going to post this on my YouTube channel as well, and going to definitely subscribe to yours, Olga, because you have so much wisdom. But you've been there, and where folks, they can see where they can go beyond their messy relationships, beyond their trauma, and beyond the narrative that is holding them back, and being their authentic selves.
As I always say, decide, pivot, thrive.
Yes.
3 secrets of life.
Decide, pivot, and thrive. That's awesome. So I hope that you enjoyed this. This has been amazing. Olga, thank you for being so willing to come on. And
thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to talk to you and to talk to your audience. And I hope it was helpful and inspirational.
For more information, if you want information like to take the relationship stress quiz, you can go to judycounselor.com, and You can also download the first 3 chapters of my book, Beyond Messy Relationships, which will give you some hope that there is this authentic and thriving and growing life beyond messy relationships. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.
Thank you.